Today, on Be Something Wonderful, stop trying to fix yourself in the 3D world conditions. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning. Want to talk about this new client who the conversation started about her journey and saying that she's done a lot of self-concept work, especially over the last several months, in this effort to heal herself. The whole idea of the healing question came up again. So I want to hit this idea. I want to hit this idea of self-concept, which she was working on, right? Which a lot of the coaches and everybody talks about it on YouTube. I really want to hit that idea like we never had before. Because remember, as we've always talked about, you're healed, you're whole. Your ultimate self-concept, I am, is untouched by any of the temporary reflections and images and conditions and experiences that take place within it. So she talked about a lot of affirmations of self-love, right? This is what she said. I've done a lot of self-concept work over the past months. Changed my negative story, right? I'm thinking more positive about myself and my life, but I still struggle with the 3D conditions. I feel stuck. Do you hear it? It's not about fixing your story. There's nothing wrong with who you are. It's about telling the true story of who you really are. Do you see it? It's not about fixing that 3D story. The 3D you's not broken. You're just seeing less than 1% of who you really are. It's about becoming more aware of who you really are. It's not trying to fix who you think you are. Hear this, right? She's on this journey, trying to fix who she thinks she is. It's not about that. It's about seeing who you really are, seeing more of who you really are, right? Remember, it's not about fixing yourself or changing who you think you are. Right? She goes, I'm thinking more positively about myself, right? But it's about becoming more aware of and knowing who you really are. More aware of that true you, of your true nature. Very big here. You're not the reflection in the image on the reality mirror, as we pointed out yesterday, of your mind. You are the awareness and consciousness within which all potential images can be experienced. So you're not that reflection or that image that you're trying to fix, that you're trying to tell a new story about, that you're trying to repair. Your true story is that awareness of being. That's the story you want to tell. That's why you feel stuck, right? You're trying to change something that doesn't need changing or fixing. Just tell the true story, right? Remember, it's not about fixing or changing who you think you are. It's about rather discovering who you really are, being more aware of that. Let's hit this idea like we never have before. Remember what A Course in Miracles says. The only way to heal is to be healed. I love this because it goes directly to what we're talking about. Right? In other words, to know that you're already whole and holy. Right? God doesn't make mistakes. The only way to heal is to be healed, is to know you've never needed healing, that you're already there. Right? It's not about trying to fix the 3D world conditions, your perception of what you believe the 3D world is in others and yourself. It's about correcting that perception, healing that perception. But that's not really healing anything. It's about knowing and being aware of who you really are. Stop trying to be worthy and accept the fundamental truth: you were born worthy. Right? Remember, God made you perfect in her image. First cause, source made you perfect, and God doesn't make mistakes. Do you see it? The miracle but shows, this is what A Course in Miracles says, the miracle but shows the past is gone, and what has truly gone has no effects. Because if you're thinking that you need to fix yourself or heal yourself, that can only be you believing in something in the past that caused you to be broken, what you believe in the present time, in this present reality. But remember, there's only the eternal presence, where you're perfect, where you're whole, right? You're remembering it wrong, right? Remember, there is no past, and without no cause, there's no effects. So you believe the past caused you to be broken, caused you to be unworthy. But there is no past. And if there is no past, there is no cause. And if there's no cause, there are no effects. Whew, powerful. Remember, God, with his unconditional love, gave you the gift of awareness and the free will to choose what you are aware of. That's two big gifts because God loves you unconditionally. God's not going to tell you what to think and feel and assume. God gave you that free will. God already knows your true nature, already knows who you really are, but gave you the gift to be able to decide what you want to be aware of, that free will to choose. The awareness that you are is and ever remains perfect, unchanged, untainted, and unaffected by whatever you are aware of. Big start today. So remember, this is who you really are, right? That I am of Scripture, that I am that complete being, one with God, one with creation, one with all that is. But this is who you think you are. This I am not. You are I am. Totally complete and perfect, not broken. Right? But here you are believing you're broken. Who you think you are, that 0.0001% of all that you really are. That's it. All you can see is 0.0001% of all that you really are. The current seen physical 3D experience, right? So you're trying to change it and fix it. But it's never about that. It's about choosing and focusing on what part of all that you are that you want to experience next. Right? You will always feel stuck seeing that 0.0001% of physical manifested reality and believing and thinking that is all that is. Do you see it? Thinking you will only ever feel what you're thinking. Do you see it? I just want to point that out. I feel stuck. Well, you're only going to always feel stuck. Because you're only going to ever feel what you're thinking. And you're thinking that you need to fix yourself. You're thinking that there's something wrong. You're thinking that you're broken. Right? And you'll always feel stuck looking at that less than 1% of physical manifested reality. And believing and thinking that is all that is. So you're only going to ever feel stuck. Right? Because you're only ever feeling what you're thinking. What would you see? This, of Course in Miracles says. What would you see? The choice is given you. Again, free will, right? But learn and do not let your mind forget this law of seeing. You will only look upon that which you feel within. Do you see it? You'll only look upon that which you feel within. If you feel stuck because you're thinking and believing that 0.0001% is all that you are, then you will only see that stuckness everywhere. Very powerful. Very powerful. You only look upon that which you feel, and you only feel what you're thinking. And if you're thinking that that's who you really are, that's what you're going to be feeling. That's what you're going to be seeing. Wow, very powerful. I am is your name or nature. One of the clients, Jeannie, I think, pointed this out in a comment on yesterday's video, the video before. Lovely comment, powerful comment. As always, all of our comments are powerful. I am your nature or name. It feels natural, not different. She was pointing to the idea that Neville Goddard talks about the feeling of wish fulfilled, that the reason that you feel, and remember, you don't really ever feel, but he used that word, is if you don't feel the naturalness of it. But what is the naturalness of who you are? That's your I am. That's your name or nature or what's natural. I am feels natural, not different, right? Source energy is who you are. And remember, I talked about that movie, The Chosen. That's why I wrote that here. It feels natural, not different, right? Because in The Chosen, remember, someone was mentioning, I think on the group chat or somewhere on the group, that the movie was The Chosen One. No, this is The Chosen. There is a movie, I think, a Netflix thing, The Chosen One, but The Chosen's what I'm talking about. Really love this. I haven't seen season 3 yet. I can't wait to watch it. But here's some clips, previews from season 3. The Chosen. This is what I am. Jesus is saying to his apostles, the disciples that he chose. Out of his disciples that he chose that will follow him and spread this message, right? So remember, I am is your name or nature. It feels natural, but it doesn't feel different. It's not different. We're not talking, you're never different. You're whole. You were never different. You were always made perfect. Differences and contrasts and relativity is the world of duality. That's the world of relativity, right? Here's what Jesus said. I have chosen you. I am sending you out 2 by 2. So I've chosen you. This is your I am, choosing you. This is you choosing who you're going to be, choosing to see that greater you. It's the I am within you. I like this. He says, I'm sending you out 2 by 2, proclaiming as you go, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Very powerful message here. In other words, 2 by 2 represents duality of the 3D world, of the 3D personality. So I'm sending you out into the world 2 by 2, that representing that duality. But what? To proclaim what? To proclaim as you go, as you walk through the horizontal experience of the 3D world, to proclaim that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, that higher state of consciousness, that ultimate reality of who you truly are is at hand, is now. Even as you walk through that horizontal experience 2 by 2, duality, the world of relativity, that I am has chosen you. It's the state of all wishes being fulfilled. That's the kingdom of heaven. Not just what you're wishing now or desiring, but all your wishes are fulfilled. At hand means now. It's not a journey to heal or fix yourself. It's not about the past, present, and future. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, which means now, the eternal now. Do you see it? This is what Jesus says. I did not choose me. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit. And that fruit shall remain, that whatever you ask in my name, he shall give you. The Father shall, whatever you ask the Father in my name, he shall give you. Wow, name or nature, whatever you ask in that name of I am, of who you truly are, whatever you ask the Father, that greater consciousness, that great I am, the isness of reality, right? The ultimate reality, whatever you ask, it shall be given to you. But that I am, you did not choose that I am chose you. Right, appointed you that you should go and bear fruit. Go out 2 by 2 into that world of duality. Very powerful. The chosen continued. Then he says what? You're going to heal the sick and cast out demons. This is what he said to those 12 apostles that he chose. In other words, you're going to make whole or holy. Heal the incomplete perception of the less than 1% of reality. Heal the dead, sick thoughts. Right? The sick, dead thoughts. That's what truly you're healing. That you're healing an incorrect perception, an incorrect story of who you are, believe you are, who you think you are, right? You're not trying to heal who you think you are. You're trying to heal that perception of who you think you are, to see the whole you, your true nature. Cast out demons means cast out negative thoughts of non-fulfillment and partial perception. Right? You're not seeing who you really are. And then Jesus goes on to say in the chosen, I grant you this authority. Wow, powerful statement. I am. Inner authority, that creative power. It's you asserting your inner authority as I am. You grant yourself that inner authority to choose your reality, to stand in your knowing that you are worthy, you've always been worthy. That you stand in the fundamental truth of who you are, that you were born worthy. That there's nothing to heal, there's nothing to fix, there's no journey of fixing past traumas and dramas. To recognize who you really are. And then one of the apostles, as you remember from the video yesterday, the day before, said, I don't feel any different. But different is change in the 3D world. That's of the lower mind. It's not about feeling different. It's about feeling natural, who you really are. That's why he said that I don't feel any different, as I think Jeannie pointed out. It feels natural. That's why. Your true nature is I am. So you're not going to feel any different, right? The only time you feel different is when you're thinking that you're not that I am, that you are incomplete, that you are broken, that you're not worthy. Then you feel different. Right? But when you're your true nature, when you're recognizing that I am, you feel natural. Right? That's why Jesus answered him, I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. In other words, I am's a state of being. You don't have to mess around. This is the question that always comes up. How do I feel my wish fulfilled? How do I stay in my state of wish fulfilled? Remember, you're talking about how do I hold on to a 3D feeling of fulfillment or joy. You're not meant to hold on to those 3D feelings. They come and go. Those are the world of duality. That's the world of change. That's the world of differences. The key is not to feel any different, that you don't have to feel anything to know who you are, to move within, to do great things within and without, right? Let your natural state of being, your total absolute fulfillment and conviction come forth. That's who you really are. That's powerful today. So remember, I showed this in yesterday's video, the video before, but I want to show it in a different way. Remember, you have God, the Father, the Absolute, the essence of reality, right? Whatever you ask the Father, in my name, in I am, the Son, the divine mind, the beingness, as one point of consciousness in the divine mind, with your mind being one. Remember, your mind's the mirror. It's one with the divine mind. Whatever you ask in my name, in I am, declaring yourself who you are. Whatever you ask the Father, it will be given you. In other words, it will be reflected in the 3D world, right? It's already given you within, but it will be reflected out. That's source, right? You're one with source. The Son is one with the Father. And the Son, the divine mind, is one with your mind. You're one point of consciousness, but you have all power of that divine mind, not just some power. The question is, as Abraham Hicks asked, what are you under the influence of? Are you under the influence of source here, or are you getting your signals and your signs from below, from the 3D world, from the manifested experience, from the reflection? Where are you looking? Are you looking at the world of change and differences and saying that you don't feel any different? Or are you choosing who you are? Are you choosing your identity from that knowing that you're the Son of God, that you're one with that oneness of reality? Right? Remember, your thoughts, feelings, and assumptions are what shapes that reflection. And then you believe that reflection is who you are. Do you see it? It becomes solid in the 3D world. And you have that physical experience. And then you try changing it and fixing that. Without understanding that it's a reflection. So the more you focus on that, trying to fix that 3D you, the more you create something that needs to be fixed. Do you see it? Because you are the reflection. You are reality. So as you try to fix it, you're creating something that needs to be fixed. So you're forever on a journey of fixing yourself, fixing your self-concept. Because behind the mirror is who you really are. That never needs fixing. So it's about knowing that with your thoughts, feelings, assumptions, beliefs. Getting that thinking, that's what higher thought means. Thinking the thought of God, thinking the thought of I am. What are you under the influence of? Are you under the influence of those conditions here? Trying to fix it, trying to influence it, trying to make changes, trying to wrestle reality to the ground? Or you're under the influence of who you really are, the Father, the Son of God, right? Those physical conditions, right? Those physical conditions in who you believe you are not reality. They don't need to be fixed. The reflection will change with your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and assumptions of who you really are. Declaring who you really are and then deciding, knowing this, knowing in that greater awareness that you are, then you can decide how you want to condition that. What kind of reflection do you want to experience in 3D reality, right? Without trying to fix it. So stop trying to fix yourself in the 3D world conditions and be who you really are. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creatives, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/group/Be Something Wonderful. Thank you for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, and our membership channel. We just released a big video just days ago. And we also have a live stream this Sunday, exclusively to be broadcast on the membership channel. If you're a member, thank you for being with us. If you're not, check it out. And the live stream will be broadcast this Sunday at 9 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Coast Standard Time, live right here with me from the studios here in Las Vegas. with Be Something Wonderful. And I'm going to answer your questions that you've been sending to me at info@besomethingwonderful.com. So keep sending your questions. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom in the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. We'll see you soon.